Hey, thanks for clicking this video. Just a friendly reminder, this is a clip from my previous live stream. And if you want to catch me live in action so you can join the conversation, just remember I live stream Sunday through Friday. That's 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time. And I'm going to post the time right here because I know some people don't want to Google. So nevertheless, go ahead and enjoy this video. I done said it once. I am going to say it again. You cannot, you should not. I mean, you can if you want to. If you crazy, if you live life on the edge, do what you want. Don't listen to me. But I will tell you, nothing good is going to happen when you compromise with hateful, bigoted, evil people. 9 times out of 10, unless you're one hell of a clever person, nothing good is going to come out of that. And I'm not talking about a hateful person like, hey, we have disagreements on how to get better access and cheaper access to healthcare. We might have a X, Y, and Z plan. I might have an A, B, and C plan. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about the price of education and you have a plan A, B, and C and I have a plan X, Y, and Z. No. I'm talking about hateful, evil people that recognize that we have already a paper thin, weak, soft, lukewarm social safety net already, and they want to take away that. I'm talking about someone like Elon Musk, who's almost going to be a trillionaire, sitting here talking about taking away people's Medicaid and food stamps. That's an evil person right there. So I just want to make sure we're not mixing these type of people here. And on Fox News, most from what I hear is that type of person. A hateful, bigoted person. That's simple. And when we're talking to these people, we need to make sure we're standing on business. There is no compromise. There's no, hey, just spend a little time with them. Just work with them. Just work it out. Have that conversation. You just got to get to know them better. No, I'm sorry. There's nothing that a bigoted, hateful person can ever share with me. I'm sorry. That's where I draw the line. And Mr. Hasan Piker does a really good job. And I wish I found more of this clip, but I seen it when it was live and it was amazing. But this is a part of it here. And this was on Pod Save America. They held some sort of event called Cooked Con or something like that. And here is a snippet of the conversation I'm talking about right now.
Fox captures that there are people who have kind of like a shared core set of values maybe, but they're not taking themselves that seriously. They're not like scolding each other. Like, it also matters in the quality of the programming. It looks great. Our graphics are beautiful. Our lighting is fantastic. Are you making a face?
Look, I'm your Fedayeen. I'm your biggest diehard fan, okay? But no, I don't think the Fox News graphics are beautiful. Look, I respect what you do, especially because, like, if I had to sit next to Jesse Waters and Greg Buttfeld the entire time, I would kill myself. And the fact that you have been able to successfully sit in that room every day and just white-knuckle through Jesse Waters' snide-ass remarks is impressive. It is.
And it's funny how she tried to pivot to how beautiful the graphics are on Fox News, knowing the people that she work with. I don't care. It's like a wife getting beat by her husband and talking about him, but you know what? He has really nice hair. Okay? His hands are very soft. Like no, none of that matters. I don't care how beautiful the graphics are at Fox News. They are selling hate. They are selling bigotry. And you talking about the quality of the graphics? That's that liberal BS right there. I promise you.
Kerr.
Thank you. And it is nice to be amongst my people, which I'm usually not, like cautiously weaving through here. But my point in bringing it up, and you don't have to love our graphics, even though they're copied in every movie and things like that. It's like the official look of it. But nothing is taken that seriously. And that's not the case in liberal media. And that doesn't mean you're not talking about serious things, but there's this feeling like it is not the end of the world in every topic that you're discussing. And this idea that we can just go and show up in conservative spaces or, you know, come for an hour and you have to be open to those kinds of things, like, doesn't capture how hard it is for people who vote like me and some of the things that I think to genuinely form bonds and interact on a ongoing basis with people who you disagree with. An hour, 2 hours, 3 hours is not getting to know the other side.
Now, like I said before, if you're just having disagreements on, you know, how to get to more cheaper, if not free, healthcare, that I understand. Let's be friends. Let's get to know each other. Let's bounce ideas off of each other. That would be one thing. Or how to solve the wage gap and inflation. You know, you might have a different strategy than me, but I can tell that your strategy at the end of the day leads to the same outcome as my idea. We just have a difference in opinion. I understand that. But you're talking about Fox co-anchors. You're talking about Fox personnel. The same people that talking about racism against white people and the erasure of white culture. People, the same network that facilitated a Tucker Carlson. You talking about that same Fox and Friends atmosphere? I'm sorry. What the hell are you talking about?
Or 2 hours, 3 hours is not getting to know the other side. Living amongst them and spending time with them is. And I think that's why I'm able to do my job and have a reasonable therapy bill, like not insane, but, you know, we know each other like the family that it looks like, which is dysfunctional, but it's still a family. And people who watch the show, and, you know, we have 20% Democratic viewership, like, still get that.
You're not getting a lot of claps because you're defending Fox News in this room.
Well, I heard something from the crowd, and I think it reflects what they're feeling, which is, well, they're not taking it seriously because these are people that are not appreciating the consequences or are ignoring or telling themselves a story about the consequences. And I know you know that.
Hey, once again, I know it was short. I wish I could find the actual, you know, full conversation. But even what she was just saying is like, no, you're crazy. This is not a dysfunctional family. A dysfunctional family can mean a lot of different things. And I'm talking about some things that you cannot talk about on YouTube. You get in trouble. You wouldn't tell that individual who's going through some very questionable things within their family to be like, hey, it's just a dysfunctional family. Work it out. No. That's when you call social services. That's when you call the police. That's when people need to go to jail. That's not a dysfunctional family. And Fox News is not going to be a family of mine. Now, let's see this next clip from the same conference or the same event. And this is Khanna talking about the outcome of the genocide that is unfortunately still going on over in Gaza. And it reminds me of this book that I read. It's called One Day Everyone Will Have Always Been Against This. And it's by Omar El-Akkad, something like that. But it's by Omar. And it's essentially talking about eventually in the future, quote unquote people was always against it. But we know while living through this, that's not the case. And the best way to find yourself on the right side of history, I done said this once, I'll say it again. If you put people first, that right there, 9 times out of 10, you're going to find yourself on the right side of that conversation. If you put poor people, disenfranchised people, marginalized people, people who are left behind, the working class, if you put those people at the forefront of your conversation, you can't go wrong. And 2, learning from history. At least history will teach you something. Take heed of that. Learn from it. Put it in your notes and practice it throughout your conversations. And then you won't be like one of these people after 2 years now saying, hey, over 80,000 something Palestinians dead. Maybe Israel shouldn't be doing this. Now people are saying, hey, I think this is a genocide here. Who's been calling this out since day one? A few people. I know I have. By reading history and putting regular people first. So this is Khanna once again speaking facts, and unfortunately it might be a little too late, but nevertheless, better now than never.
We have to start with the truth. President Biden mishandled Gaza. He was wrong. We should never have given a blank check. There were 37 Democrats who voted against the $14 billion aid to Netanyahu. That should have been every person in the Democratic caucus. Those who voted for that aid made as much of a blunder as those who supported the war in Iraq. We need to have moral clarity going forward. We need to say no military sales to Israel and Netanyahu and get on Delia Ramirez's No Bombs Act. We need to say that we will recognize what the UN, what the ICJ is recognizing, that what happened there was a genocide.
So that sounds good. That sounds amazing. To the logical person, that makes sense. But we already know, because we done talked about this. I think you know where I'm going with this. We already know if this was to happen again in the next 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, if we still have money in politics, more specifically, if we still have AIPAC and any type of AIPAC money going into the pockets of these politicians, this is going to happen again. Mr. Khanna, I like you. I respect you. But you're talking about moral clarity. What's moral clarity when you're in the face of hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars in your bank account? Your moral clarity is out the window. It is gone. Sayonara. It ain't coming back. You are bought and paid for. So maybe talk about that first. Because all you're saying, and I think he's going to get to this point, all you're saying is just stuff to tickle our ears. Stuff to get liberals to be like, oh my God, that sounds so amazing. Oh, he wants world peace. Oh my God, it sounds so good. But it's lacking substance. So, come on, man.
What the ICJ is recognizing, that what happened there was a genocide. We need to say very clearly that the United States should follow 150 other countries and recognize Palestinian self-determination and a Palestinian state with a secure Israel. Here's what I know. You may disagree with where I stand, but young people are tired of the platitudes. They're tired of people saying, we want peace, we want justice, we want human rights. What does that mean? Where do you stand? Where do you stand specifically? Enough of the word salads, enough of the platitudes. We need to be a party of moral courage.
And unfortunately, I wish somebody on that podium on that stage and be like, hey, Mr. Rowe, Khanna, Mr. Khanna, how do we achieve that? And if he falls any short of we need to get money out of politics, nothing matters. You're talking about empty platitudes. That's literally what you just gave. I'm sorry to be that person to nitpick, but this is serious here. And you're never going to get anything accomplished on that level. And this is not the only thing, but in my opinion, the majority of the weight is getting money out of politics. Nothing else matters until you do that. So once again, I wish I had the full, events. I tried to Google it, tried to YouTube it, couldn't find it. But I think those clips there brings up good conversations. And I wish, once again, your boy was invited, because I guarantee you we be getting some questions answered. I don't play that, hey, say things to get applauses, say things to tickle people's ears. Nah, I'm challenging everybody on that stage. And if they don't like it, they don't like it.
Let's see how you do under pressure. I've been wanting this shit forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Ain't no errors, baby, it's a new era. I wake up early, feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy. Extra, extra.